everyone, and welcome to Clara Sews Vintage. This past week I had the opportunity to go on an antiquing adventure with a dear friend, and I thought I would share what I got with all of you. So we had heard that there was an antique store closing in a town about 40 minutes from where we live, so we thought we would go over and check it out and see what they had, see what kind of deals that they were doing. So that's what kind of instigated this antiquing adventure. While we were heading to that town, we had been there before, but not to the particular shop that was closing. And in that town there were kind of two different areas of kind of small businesses and antique stores. And so we had been to the one area, but we hadn't had time to go to the other area that day when we were in that town. So we knew that we wanted to stop at the one shop that we had been to the last time. So that's where we stopped first. And I picked up this beautiful little piece of embroidery. It's in like a little wooden embroidery hoop still, and they're using that kind of as a frame. And it's really pretty. It's really sweet. It has just these beautiful little kind of forget-me-not flowers cross-stitched in here, and I plan on leaving it in the embroidery hoop. I think it's really pretty, but I was really excited to pick this up. And it's got this like brocade kind of a fabric around the outside. It's just really, really pretty. So I love the shop that I got this from, but this was the only thing I ended up getting, because this was the first stop that we made, and I didn't know how much else I was going to pick up. So I tried to restrain myself somewhat. And I did a pretty good job by only picking this up. There were definitely other pieces and stuff that I would have liked to have gotten there, but I restrained myself. So this was the only thing I got at the first stop. And then we could not remember the name of the shop that was going out of business. So it's not a super big town, so we knew like the two main areas to look, and we ended up going to the other area, and we found it pretty quickly without any problems. But the entire store was 45% off since they're going out of business. So I was really actually quite sad once I got in there that the shop was closing, because it is probably one of the nicest antique stores that I've ever been in. There wasn't a super strong scent, which I have allergies, so that's really important to me. If an antique store has super strong smells, that can be really deterring, and I don't tend to want to stay in there very long. So this shop felt relatively clean, and the prices were actually really reasonable even without the discount on most of the items there. So I really, really liked the store, and I'm really sad that they're closing, but I ended up picking up quite a lot, and probably quite a lot more than I would have gotten, honestly, if they hadn't been having the sale. So but yeah, let's get into what I got at that shop. So we only ended up going to the two shops since we ended up spending way longer in the shop that was closing than we thought we would. We didn't anticipate it being that nice, and I think they're kind of at the beginning of the process because they still had quite a lot of inventory left. So the first thing I got, I actually saw in the window, and I knew I wanted to see how much it was. I couldn't see the price, and it's this set of metal canisters, and this ended up being marked for $10, so then it was 45% off of that. And I thought it was just the outer canister, there's a little lid, but like here's one of the lids, but there are actually 4 canisters and 3 lids. So all of that for, $6.50. I mean, that's a really, really good price. And I have a metal canister like this by my sewing machine, and I use it to kind of as a little scrap bin for threads and snips and stuff, and so that's why I wanted to pick this one up. I wanted to have one by my serger as well, but yeah, so I was really excited that there were more than one, and so now I have multiple options what I can do with them. They're really cute, really in fairly decent shape. They're a little bit dented and stuff, but not bad at all, and so I'm really excited to pick up those. It's quite a nice first thing to see in the window. The shop also had a ton of beautiful lamps. I should have gotten a picture of the lamps that my friend got. They were beautiful, beautiful lamps. I did curtail myself and I didn't pick up any of the lamps myself, but she got 3. Let's see, what next? So next, They had a ton of different china, and I love china. Usually I end up picking up china at thrift stores. I always make sure to check that section of the thrift store, and I have quite a few different little collections of like 4 sets of teacups or stuff for when I have friends over and stuff like that. But what you don't usually find at a thrift store is teapots. I find that those tend to be scarce, or I never get to the tea sets before the teapots get bought. But I picked up this beautiful little teapot. I want to say it was only $4, which is almost more of a thrift store price. But I have some of the teacups and little dessert plates and stuff that go with this collection. And so I was really excited to pick up this tiny little teapot. And it's so short and cute. And I'm short, so that's kind of fun. But so I really was excited to find this. And yeah, I really like that. And then I kept myself to only 2 teapots. But the other teapot that I got was this pretty little teapot. And I also have a plate from this collection. That's really pretty little like rose floral pattern. This one does have a little bit of like cracking just to the outside. It's not bad at all. It's just kind of to the enamel on the outside. The other one is in like perfect condition. But this one is actually an electric teapot. So there's this little plug-in back here, and the cord is inside, and so you can plug it in and it'll heat your water for you. So I was really excited to find this. I think this was maybe $6, $5 or $6. But yeah, so this one I'll probably keep out and actually use to heat water when I'm going to make tea. So that was a fun find. And then next thing, I love birds. Absolutely love birds. My great-grandmother collected birds, statues and figurines and stuff, and fed the birds. She always had bird houses, and I think I inherited that love of birds from her. And so I picked up these adorable little birds. It was a little set of 2, and they're like a really pretty, like kind of muted blue-gray color. And it's like a little lovebird set, and I absolutely love them. I plan on putting them in my room, and I think they're just really cute and really sweet. And I think they were like $3 each, and then the discount, so that was a really fun find. And then in that same section, I also found this little like figurine, and this is like, it's like a little bell. But it'd be really pretty just sitting on a shelf. It's got this really cute little like bluebird, blue jay type of bird on top. It's really pretty pastel flowers, and I just loved the color scheme of this. I thought it was really cute. And it'll look really pretty in my room with some of my other birds. I also found this really cute little trinket box. It's actually a music box, but the music part is a little bit glitchy, but when I picked it up, I didn't know it was a music box until I kind of was inspecting it. So I did not buy it for its music box properties. I bought it because it's cute. So I plan on putting this on my vanity, and you can put little rings or necklaces or bracelets or something inside of it. But it's really cute. It has this really pretty little pink rose on top. I just loved the colors, like the cream and the green and the pink. I thought it was really sweet, and really liked that. And then up by the checkout, they had some jewelry. They had lots of jewelry, but again, I curtailed myself, and so I picked up a little string of pearls. I have a like more chunky string of pearls, but I really liked how delicate this one was, so I picked that up, and that was only $3. I think they're faux pearls, but this was only $3, so I picked that up. And then I also picked up this like black beaded necklace. If you watch my fall and early winter sewing plans video, I plan to wear black accessories with both of my like Christmas time outfits that I plan to make, and so I thought that this black necklace would go really nicely with those. So I was excited to be able to just pick those up, and they were really cheap. I think one was $2, and the black one I think was $2, and the pearls were $3, and then the discount. And then the other piece of jewelry that I picked up was this pretty little brooch. I believe this was only $2 as well. And I thought that this just looked really Christmassy. I don't know that I'll be wearing it this year with either of my Christmas outfits, but I just thought this was really sweet and kind of Christmassy looking, and for the price, I decided to snatch it up. So then, let's go on to probably my favorite part of the whole store. I love hats, and in my area, it's very rare to find hats in person at an antique store. We really don't generally they don't end up in antique stores around here, for whatever reason. So whenever I do find hats in an antique store in person, I get really excited. And this store had quite a few hats, and they were mostly in really, really nice shape. So that was really exciting for me. So the first hat that I found was this really cute little flat hat. It's almost like a pancake hat or something, but the brim is very narrow, and it's gray, and then it has this navy tulle band around it. It's really sweet and cute. It also has a blue flower here, but the flower is not in good shape at all, so I will probably be taking that off and replacing it either with another flower or a bow or something, just kind of spruce it up a little bit. And the hat is in surprisingly good shape for how bad of shape the flower is in. I mean, it's really almost in perfect condition aside from the flower. It also has this little velvet covered wire in the back, so this props on the back of your head, and it kind of, props the hat on your head, and then you can use it also came with the hat pin, to use the hat pin to secure it further. But I just thought that this was really cute, and I could not pass it up. Again, $5, I think, for this hat. One of the hats was $5 and one was $7 of the two that I got. I can't remember which was which, but both very, very reasonable prices. But yeah, I just thought that this hat was really, really cute, and I was really excited to pick it up. Then, the other hat that I found, I got two hats. Is this hat that I'm actually currently wearing. And this is a little wool hat. Let's see. It is a Belvedere hat. And it's a really pretty kind of mousy gray taupe color. And this hat is in, I would say, good condition. The wool, or the felt, has lost some of the integrity, some of its stiffness. It dents kind of easily. And there are a few moth nibbles on it. I generally make it a practice to not buy hats with moth nibbles, because I'm always afraid of buying a contaminated hat, and then having the rest of my hats that are wool, or any other woolens that I have, risk having those be destroyed. But the damage on this hat was quite minimal, and I felt like if it was infected or contaminated, I figured that the damage would be a lot worse than it is. So I decided to take the gamble because it was really cute, and I decided to take the gamble and get the hat. It also has this quite brightly colored bow in the back. I'm more than likely planning to take the bow off and replace it with an all navy bow. I think I would just get a lot more wear out of that with the clothes that I have in my wardrobe. But overall, I thought that I would like the other hat better. But once I put this on, I just absolutely fell in love with it. I think it's really cute, especially with my head shape. And again, in my fall and winter sewing plans video, I talked about the dandelion print dress that I was going to make, and I think that this will match it quite nicely, especially once I replace the bow. So yeah, I was really excited to find this little guy. And it's so nice to be able to find hats in person, because you can try them on and touch them and turn them over and look at them. And so yeah, I was really excited to actually find some hats in person that I could look at. And then I don't know that these would have been for sale if the place was not going out of business, but I got two little green hat stands here. Like I said, I think if they had not been going out of business, they would have kept them for displaying purposes, but since they're going out of business, they sold these to me as well. I was really excited. I don't have a lot of hat stands, but I have a lot of hats. So I was really excited to be able to pick these up to display some of my hats and to better store them, I guess. I have a hutch in my sewing room, and these will be nice to display them on the top shelf of my hutch. It kind of allow me to display more of them more easily since some can be raised up a little bit. And considering I hardly ever find hats, you can imagine I rarely ever find hat boxes either, because usually where hat boxes are, you also find hats, and vice versa. So I was really excited also to find this beautiful hat box. It really is absolutely lovely. It is covered in fabric, and it has these really pretty trim along the bottom and along the lid, and I really, really love this. I love the blue color and the pattern of it, and it's really kind of an interesting shape. Yeah, so I thought that this was really cool, and again, you know, I find it hard to store my hats because I don't have a lot of hat boxes, so this will be really nice to be able to store some of my hats as well. And then also, kind of right by the hats, they also had a big bucket of gloves, and I'm very petite. I'm like 4'11", and so I'm just extremely petitely built, and my hands are very petite. So I find it very difficult to find gloves that fit me, because children's gloves are generally too small, but adult gloves are too big. So I was really excited to find these gloves that actually fit me. So this first pair that I found is this pretty white pair, and these actually are kind of stained, but my friend that I went with has a bit of experience like destaining and getting stains out of like delicate vintagey things. She's an antiquer as well. So she told me that she would take these home and try to get the stains out of them for me. So that'll be really nice, and I can't wait to send them to her and send them home with her and have her get the stains out, and so I can wear them. I probably won't wear them until spring anyway. I try to follow like the, you know, white in spring and summer and dark colors in fall and winter. I'm not like hard and fast on that, but I do generally just tend to do that. So these will probably be for more spring and summer, but they have really pretty embroidery detail at the top, and yeah, I was really excited to find these in my size. And then the really cool glove find was this beautiful pair of brown gloves. So these actually still have the original tag on them, which is really, really fun. I'm always really excited when I find things that are like this untouched and new, antique-wise, so that's really cool. And they have this really pretty embroidered detail on the front, and makes them really pretty brown for fall time. It'd be fun to wear right now. And they, right on the tag, it says easy to wash, quick drying, so they're even easy to care for. So that's really nice to wash them on gentle. Still, you know, kind of be pretty gentle with them because they are old. But knowing that they're washable, it's really nice, makes them easy to care for. I was really excited to find those, especially with the tag intact. It's really fun, special find. And then last of all, but not least, I found this really sweet cross-stitch piece there as well up by the checkout. And my great-grandma always had African violets at her house. She always grew African violets. So this was I got kind of as a memento to her. I thought they were really pretty and they reminded me of her. I don't think they're actually African violets. They're just plain violets, but it still reminds me of her. And so I was really excited to pick this up as well. But so those are all my treasures from my antiquing adventure. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed seeing what I found. Let me know in the comments below, have you found anything special antiquing lately? I would say none of the things that I found, you know, were that like, it's worth $1,000, but I only paid $5. But they're really special to me, and I think that's what's important. I don't think it's monetary value when we're thrifting or antiquing. I think it's how much we enjoy finding the things that we find and that we bring home. So let me know if you've found anything special lately on your antiquing or thrifting adventures. I would love to hear that. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell button so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you next time. Bye!